So... I had sex. Thank you. And she was a murky age between 40 and 60. And it's weird, like, I don't slay as many bitches as I look like I do. Little bit too much from that lady in the second row right there. It's funny because it was your mother. Yeah. It's not really, I'm from Norfolk. Was it your sister? No, it was my cousin. No, anyway, so we had... Shut the fuck up. I don't even want to know what you did to her. Get the gag in. No, don't... Anyway, so we had sex, and she said, "Are you done?" So I said, "Ta-da!" And she said, "Well, I'm not." So I pointed out the fact that I'm time efficient and she's lazy. Now, unfortunately, she was a hipster from Manchester, so quite a lot of her sense of humour got trapped in her fringe. Local joke, good. I don't really understand hipsters, do you know? Because I live in the countryside, and I feel like they look a little bit like farmers, but they got bicycles instead of tractors. And they're just as aggressive. But it was weird, because maturity I find is quite odd, because I'm 24, but physically I'm 24, mentally I'm two 12-year-olds stuck together. And 24 is a weird age to be, right? Because I can't wank myself as enthusiastically the next day as I used to, right? Now when I have a wank, I think I need to get married one day. I don't. Thank you. You tapped your foot and applaud. Imagine you do all sorts of dances at home. Now it's weird, right? Because it was I live with my mum. I usually say I live alone. Well, give me a cheer if you're in a relationship here. Nice. I'm not single, I'm alone. Right, and I like sort of life, and I like maturity, and it was weird. So my mum went out to work the other day, and I have to stay in the house because I don't really have a job because I'm doing this. Pleasing people like her. And her mother. Anyway, and I sound a little bit like a woman on the telephone. Anyway, so my mum goes out to work, right, and there's a handyman coming to install a boiler in the house, right? And they always phone up ahead of time to check you're in the house. So he phones me up, he goes, "Hello, it's Kevin here, just let you know I'll be there in about 20 to 25 minutes. I was like, "Oh, hi Kevin, would you like a tea or coffee when you arrive?" He was like, "To be great," hangs up. He then phones my mum and just goes, "Yeah, everything should be fine. Gather your wife's in." Which now means I'm now married to my mum and I'm a woman, right? And when he turns up at his door, he knows that I know that he thinks I'm a woman, right? I don't know if I need, gender reassignment for my voice or, vocal reassignment for my gender. Okay? That's a difficult conversation to have with any doctor. And, but maturity's weird, and this guy was, 31, had too many tattoos. VML, a tattoo convention in Surrey. There's a complete silence, what the fuck you got against tattoos? Nothing, I just don't suit them. Transfers, on the other hand. Anyway. Yeah. Saved it. Right, anyway. That was when a conversation goes south and suddenly you say something that pleases them. Oh, I like hummus too. Anyway, so he's chatting to me about maturity and stuff, right? And he was like, "How old are you, mate? How old are you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm 24. And he goes, "Oh, don't worry." He's like, "Life begins when you're 30. And I was like, "How old are you?" He's like, 29. They always give themselves a year to get their shit together, right? But he's he made maturity sound really epic. You mature like a wine, you know, in sort of a year's time, I'll be sold in Waitrose. 10 years' time, I'll be sold in M&S. Just sort of 40 years' time, I'll be in one of his wine coffins just passed down the family. You don't mature like a wine, you mature like a cheese. Just care about how you smell a little less every single day. And then you say, "Start." Anyway, and it was I'll leave you. I'm not gay, by the way. Yeah, thank you. I had... this story is so true. I went to Gay Pride in London last year, and I used to live with a gay couple, Giuliano from Brazil, Bruno from France. Stereotypically the best gay couple you could hope to meet. And you don't agree with me, you're homophobic. I sort of like, as a white heterosexual, quite weak man, it's quite nice to have a little window into the arena of gay. You know, if I could just forget women, I'd be a fantastic gay person. I'd smash it out of the park, or get smashed. Anyway, so like, we're out sort of at Gay Pride and at one of the marches. No, that sounds a bit right-wing, one of the dancers. So basically, Giuliano's on my left, Bruno's on my right. I don't do drugs because I'm already like this, okay? Like, I do any drugs, I just explode. I can't swear as well. When I swear, it sounds like a fairy dies. Anyway, right, so we're like dancing away, and they both have quite a lot of alcohol and maybe other stuff, I don't know. And Giuliano turns to me and kisses me on the lips, and I don't see it coming. And what happened next was I was sick on the floor in front of him. I didn't really know what to say, so I just said, I'm not homophobic, but I think my body is. You guys have been fantastic. My name's been Alex Oliver. Cheers, good night.